Hey everyone, and welcome to the $1 million portfolio journey. It is Wednesday, the 7th of May 2025. It's about 1:35 here in London, and I'm going to do another investment today for £500 into my stocks and shares ISA. So, for all my new viewers, and I am getting a lot of new viewers now, the goal of this channel is to build a $1 million portfolio. I have only four very simple rules. The first rule is long-term investing. So anything that I buy today, I'm going to keep it for at least, I'm not going to sell it for 5 years, and I'm going to try to keep it for 10 years. Rule number two is I'm a very aggressive investor. So I try to invest £500 every day into the stock market whenever it's open. So that's rule number two. Rule number three is I'm a volatility investor. So, I'm interested in only very volatile stocks that have long-term potential. So I'm not interested in short-term volatility. It could go up by 100%. It could go down by 70%. It is going to be painful. There are going to be periods of like pain, misery. There are going to be periods of like real happiness. But I have to train myself not to think along those lines, but rather think over the long term. So I'm a volatility investor, but I'm not too concerned about short-term volatility. So I invest in companies like Tesla, MicroStrategy, and Nvidia, and I've done a very deep dive into these companies. I've gone down the rabbit hole, and I've seen that these companies have a lot to offer over the long term. So I'm not too concerned about short-term volatility. And finally, I'm a very tax efficient. So rule number four is I'm a tax efficient investor. So I always invest in tax efficient accounts. So I'm in the UK. So I always max out my stocks and shares ISA for myself and my family. And I always max out our SIPs and junior SIPs as well before I go into my general investment account. So that's the way I do it. Four very simple rules. Long-term investing, rule number one. Investing aggressively, rule number two. Volatile investing, rule number three. And being a very tax efficient investor. So my focus is basically on the long term, and I believe that the long term is going to be AI, autonomy, and Bitcoin. So AI, artificial intelligence, that's going to be Tesla. Autonomy is going to be Tesla as well. AI is going to be Nvidia. Bitcoin is going to be MicroStrategy. So that's my strategy at the moment, and I'm investing £500 every day. So before we get into this investment, let's have a look at how the portfolio is doing. So if we look at the portfolio, you can see it's around about 97,000. When you take all the brokerage accounts into like, if you total it all up, it's around 115,000 pounds. When you convert that into dollars, it's around $150,000. So I'm about 6x away from my $1 million goal. So hopefully I'm going to be getting there sooner than later. I've given myself a period. I'm a long-term investor, so I've given myself between 5 and 10 years, but I'm hoping to hit it between year 3 and year 4, hopefully sooner. So let's have a look at my holdings. So GIA account, if I look at the max gains or losses, you will see I'm up around 23 grand. For my stocks and shares ISA, which I always max out, so if you look at the max, it's down around £3,500. And if I look at my self-invested personal pension, it is up around 3k. So it's going in the right direction. Again, not too concerned, but I like to keep an eye on what's happening with the portfolio. So that's that. So let's drill down to the companies now. So if we have a look at Tesla, today it's pre-market up around 0.5%. Last 3 months down around 25. If we zoom out max, which is 5 years, you can see it's trading at a heavy discount, which is why this is one of the companies that I've invested in heavily. I have about 85% of my portfolio in Tesla. If we have a look at MicroStrategy now, pre-market is up around 2.6%. Last 3 months it's up around 22%, and maximum it's up around 3000%. So again, it's off its lows, but not going to its highs at the moment, so there is a lot of opportunity. And MicroStrategy has my highest price target over the next 5 years, so I'm trying to load up with as many MicroStrategy as possible. So finally, let's have a look at Nvidia. So Nvidia today up is flat, basically. Last 3 months down about 12%, maximum up around 1400%. So again, you know, it's trading at a discount as far as I'm concerned, and I'm going to be purchasing more of this soon. So Tesla, I have around 450 shares. I'm going to give you a total breakdown at the end of the video. MicroStrategy, I have about 67 shares, and Nvidia I have around 33. So let's do this now. So I'm going to go into my ISA account. I'm going to go into my account. I'm just going to check how much ISA allowance I have remaining. So I have £15,350 remaining. So I'm going to top up with another £500. Going to go to my bank now to initiate the transfer. So it's instantaneous, so which is good. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this transaction and then return to free trade as soon as it's done. So I'm going to return to free trade now. It should be in my account. So there we go. 500 is here. So the top up has arrived. So I'm going to go into MicroStrategy now, and I'm going to buy £500 worth of MicroStrategy. So as you can see, I'm only getting 1.6793 shares because this is rising quite a lot. So I'm going to make a note of this so I can update my spreadsheet. So 16793. So I'm going to review the order and I'm going to confirm the buy, and then I'm going to check what I got. Okay, so I got 1.6786 shares in MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy extended hours order by complete, so that's done. Okay, so let's have a look at the portfolio now. So again, I've added another 500 to the portfolio. It's going in the right direction. I'm going to try and keep on doing this for as long as I can, or as long as it needs to hit 1 million. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my spreadsheet, and then I'm going to add the units that I've bought for MicroStrategy now. So plus 1.6786. It's 1.6786, so that's done. So let me just double check that. 1.6786, that's done. So I have now 68.6. I'm just going to zoom into this and start with Tesla first. So for Tesla, I have just over 450 shares. For MicroStrategy, I have just under 68.5 shares. And for Nvidia, I have just over 34 shares. I'm expecting some tax relief on the 22nd for my SIP, so I'm hoping to get a large amount there. So when I do get that amount, all of it is going to go into MicroStrategy. So I'm trying to build this up to 100 as soon as I can, and then take it to 200. Then my next step is going to be to take Tesla to 500, and then Nvidia to 200 as well. So that's my goal at the moment. So I'm going to go back into my free trade account. So yeah, so that's the update, portfolio update, around $150,000 at the moment. But I'm not too concerned about the daily fluctuations. I'm just, you know, accumulating as many units as I possibly can in Tesla, MicroStrategy and Nvidia. So that's it for today. if you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave questions in the comment section and also like the video. And I always say, go on your own journey. You don't have to invest £50 a month every month. You can do more than that if you want to. You can, you know, invest every day, invest every week. You can pick some shares or companies that you really believe in and start, you know, investing really hard. So once you believe in a company, once you believe in what they're doing, once you have a strong conviction in the company, the conviction kind of overtakes the volatility of the company. So because you believe in it so much and it's down 80%, you're going to probably be adding units as long as there's no fundamental changes in the market. So that's the best time to actually buy. So once you train yourself to actually, you know, just be patient, look at the facts, not be overwhelmed by the volatility of the company, and just slowly but surely accumulate units, I think this is a recipe for success. In the past, what I've done is I've just bought here and there when it's near its highs, and then sold it when I made a bit of profit. But I've kind of changed my paradigm now. So my paradigm now is long term. My paradigm now is to like find really great companies that I believe in and not to be worried about volatility, and just invest in a very tax efficient way. So that's it for today. Join me tomorrow for another portfolio update, and I'm gonna hopefully try to invest another £500 as well into my ISA. So yeah, join me and leave a comment below if you have any questions at all, and you know, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. So I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.